All right, tonight we're gonna do a cutting board. We're gonna engrave it into the cutting board. So we've got our handy dandy recipe right here. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna download it. Oh, awesome, got that. All right, so then we're gonna open it up in Illustrator. So we get a new, create new, file, open. Go to our download, 001. I like how she saved it as that. All right, so we got this awesome file. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go up to Object, Rasterize, RGB, high 300 PPI. We're gonna go to Transparent and we're gonna hit OK. So it's gonna do its thing. We're gonna go up to here where I've already got it set, but image trace, if you have it up here, I keep it over here because I'm always using it. Tracing results, source image, black and white. And I like to hit the preview and let it do its thing. So you can see that the lines went away, which is pretty cool. We're gonna hit ignore white now. See what that looks like. Cool, so that takes a lot more off of there. And we're gonna kind of mess around with the threshold a little bit. So we're gonna slide it to the left and just kind of see what that does. We're gonna slide it down a little bit more. And you can see that it kind of broke some of the lines, so we're gonna bump it back up a little bit. Now, I just wanna show you just kind of the extreme. If you go the other way, it's gonna fatten up those lines. It's gonna pick up on a lot of stuff. You see how the lines start to come on back in. So you gotta kind of find that happy medium where the paper lines go away. And that looks pretty darn good right there. So at this point, let's just go ahead, we'll save it. And we'll call this Cheryl Keefe. Save it to our files where I put all my Glowforge stuff. We're gonna change it from an AI and Adobe Illustrator to SVG. Let's save that. SVG11, SVG, none used, link, style elements. Basically everything that you see here is how you wanna leave it. Hit OK. All right, so I just wanna show you what it's gonna do if you take it what it is now and try to put it into the Glowforge. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna create, upload our file, import timber, Cheryl Keefe, choose that. All right, it's doing its thing, uploading, processing. It's gonna be really large. So look right here, your anchors, 9,800, you get a lot of anchors. So it's still doing its thing. Has too many elements. So Glowforge is basically telling us, hey, what the heck are you doing? So we're just gonna pretend that it's thick draft board right now. And it's set to engrave. We'll spin it. And we got a big old image in here. So one of the things, being that it's all one image, we can't take these lines off. It's gonna burn those into our thing. So we don't want that. So again, I just wanted to show this to you. So we're gonna go ahead and delete that. We're gonna jump back over to Illustrator and we're gonna go into Properties. And we've got our image highlighted. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna expand this. And then we're gonna hit ungroup. I don't know why that's on there. So we got this one, delete, that, delete. So we're gonna get rid of all this artifact. Boom. Cheryl Keefe spaghetti sauce. Pound pork bean. Looks good. So one of the other things too is I like to pop this up and just kind of look at it. Make sure that it's looking pretty darn close to what we got here. And I would say we pretty much nailed it. So, so you can see now we can select individual pieces of this. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna save it. We should be good now to come in here, I forgot that they changed it. Upload. Back down to Cheryl. Choose. It's doing its thing. Change this around. So you can see it's a much cleaner image right now. And there you go. You load it up and burn away. So we're getting our Glowforge set up to run a cutting board. We got our cutting board. This is what I use for my stop. So I've got everything plugged in, but I have the machine off, as you can see. So I'm gonna put this about dead center there. Like these cutting boards, I get them at Target. So I'll put it right in the middle. Oh, forgot the most crucial step. You can't run it with the crumb tray in it. You're gonna take the crumb tray out. Now, we're gonna put that right in the middle. And we're gonna put this bad Larry, bad Jane, whatever you prefer, right in there. So one of the things that I like to do too is check my Glowforge and make sure it's not gonna smack it. So you can see I can move the print head back and forth, up and down, left and right, all that good stuff. So it's been a minute since I've cleaned some of the cameras and stuff. So I'm just gonna hit the main ones, just so that way we get a good focus, get a good burn. Everything's nice and square. So we'll hit this camera up here. Make sure it's clean. We'll hit right there. And we'll hit up in here too. So I'm running the inline fan and doing a lot of engraving. It does create some smoke. Make sure this is all square. Again, slide this on down. Make sure you're not gonna have it knock or hit. Check the paths. Just make sure everything is all good. All right, put it on. Turn our machine on. Oh, glorious, glorious light. Make sure everything's looking good. Been a minute. Dusty in here. So obviously it takes a sec for it to fire up, do its thing, center the laser. Cut myself. We set up another camera. That way we can kind of record what that's doing too. All right, so let's see how we're looking. I like to zoom out so we can make sure that we try to get this thing centered up, looking good, taking up a good amount of that cutting board surface. That way it's nice. And settings right there. 1000, 100, 225.5. It's in there. Over here, hit this blue light and make some magic. See you guys in an hour and 18 minutes. she's all done.